From an uncontrolled pit maneuver that sent a cop car flying 20 feet high up into the air, and a mystery fire that engulfed the whole area into flames to a suplex by a cop pretending to be Brock Lesnar, and a plane heading to crash on a public road in the middle of a busy day. Here are some of the craziest moments caught on police dashcam. On January 8, 2024, Trotwood police and medics were called to Voyager Village Mobile Home Park in Dayton, Ohio for a report of an assault. Upon arrival, they located a 35-year-old female who had been run over by a pickup truck. But what's even more shocking was the fact that the driver was none other than her own father, a Florida man called James Skirvin. As police were beginning their investigation, Skirvin drove through the lot of the park, pointing a firearm at the officers, which initiated a pursuit.
Suspect, he does have a long gun. He's got a long gun. Bring a driver's seat. You guys be careful. He's got a long gun. He's going westbound on our east 4 correctly.
During the entire pursuit, Skirvin drove like a madman with erratic driving and kept on swerving into oncoming traffic at a very high rate of speed. After the word came out on dispatch, soon the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office and Dayton Police Department also responded to assist Trotwood crews. According to the police report, Skirvin also fired a rifle at officers out the window of his truck after he drove over a tire deflation device at US 35 West near Liscombe Drive. Though the spikes did manage to take out one of his tires, the chase continued. In what seems to happen only in action movies, Skirvin crashed his Ford F-550 truck head-on into an unoccupied Montgomery County Sheriff's cruiser before continuing and striking a Trotwood-marked cruiser SUV with such force that the truck ended on top of the cruiser. It is not clear how many times Skirvin was hit, but 7 Dayton officers, 4 Trotwood officers, and 2 deputies fired their weapons. Shortly after, both Skirvin and the Trotwood officer were rushed to Miami Valley Hospital with critical but not life-threatening injuries. The 54-year-old Skirvin is currently in custody at the Montgomery County Jail, being held without bond. He is facing 11 severe charges, including 6 counts of felonious assault on a police officer, 1 count of vehicular assault, and 1 count of aggravated possession of drugs, not to mention that he will also be facing additional charges for assaulting his daughter. Safe to say, Skirvin will face some serious time, and his fast and furious days are way past over by the time he gets out. While on the topic of police chases, it's quite easy to sit back and watch footage of them and judge them. But one thing we forget is that they are quite dangerous, and officers have to make quick and risky decisions as every second counts. Aborting the chase could save lives or put more people at risk, as could a move to stop a car right there and then. That's why law enforcement agencies maintain strict guidelines for pursuing suspects, especially when performing a pit maneuver. But what happens when a pit maneuver goes out of control and all hell breaks loose? But before we proceed further, please hit the like button to support our new channel. Just as the sun was rising on April 10th, 2020 near Fort Smith, Arkansas, 34-year-old Justin Battenfield ran a red light in the black Dodge Ram pickup he had purchased a few days before. For reasons that will never be known, Battenfield, who lived on Social Security payments from a mental disability, refused to stop when a U.S. Forest Service officer tried to pull him over, ensuing a high-speed chase. Shortly after, a dispatch was released reporting that the Sebastian County Sheriff's Office was requesting assistance in pursuing a black pickup who had driven through several traffic lights without stopping and was passing traffic on the shoulder of United States 71. Soon, units from the Arkansas State Police took over the chase, but what happened next was something they didn't see coming.
Stopped. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can, but
With the speed of the suspect's vehicle reaching up to 130 miles per hour, the situation kept on escalating. As this relentless pursuit to stop Battenfield was going down, suddenly Trooper Michael Sean Ellis heard on his radio that the black pickup was heading in his direction and decided to stop Battenfield.
Coming up on you there, 14. He's going through the line. Good. It sounds like Sebastian is backing out and leaving it with 13 and 14.
Despite the high speed, Trooper Ellis managed to catch up with the pickup in his Dodge Charger pursuit vehicle. However, every time Ellis tried to overtake, Battenfield would effectively brake check him, making it difficult to get past. However, Ellis kept on pursuing Battenfield's vehicle.
If they were able to put up spike, come on.
Your channel Marlin doesn't have a black strip.
It's a large black strip of Marlin.
Following Battenfield down a 5-lane major route called Zero Street, Trooper Ellis observed him weaving into oncoming traffic at high speed. That's when the order to stop the truck by any means was handed down, which prompted Ellis to undertake the pit maneuver.
Cool thing, get up there and get him stopped. If he's driving on the other side of the road, we need to get him stopped. I don't care if it's brake checking you. Just call him stopped as soon as there's an opening. Stop as soon as there's an opening on the highway. Get him stopped.
Okay, he's got him stopped and it, going ahead and start EMS.
The supervisor doesn't even finish speaking before Trooper Ellis runs up along the right side of the pickup and pits him at a GPS-recorded speed of 109 miles per hour. The impact, captured on Ellis's dash cam as well as that of another trooper following close behind, is nothing short of pure devastation. After the collision, both vehicles veered off the road, and the pickup started to roll violently in the soft dirt of a roadside ditch. Then, they hit a culvert at over 60 miles per hour, crushing the truck's cabin and launching the Charger about 20 feet into the air. Both the vehicles came to a violent rest, but not before snapping 2 utility poles. The aftermath, Battenfield died in the wreck, while Ellis sustained injuries state police said were not life-threatening. The use of the pit maneuver at such high speed did receive backlash and raised questions about whether authorities acted appropriately, but then again to let a suspect drive at 130 mph on the wrong side of the road without police stopping him is a legitimate question with no easy answer, is it? Up next, let's take a look at how a routine traffic stop in Georgia turned into a tragic and fatal accident that claimed the life of Leonard Allen Cure in a matter of minutes. On Monday, October 16, 2023, at around 7:30 a.m., Leonard was observed speeding in a pickup truck on Interstate 95 by a sheriff's deputy in Camden County, Georgia. The deputy pursued him and pulled him over for allegedly speeding over 100 miles per hour in a 70 mph zone.
Step out! Get out! Get out! Put your hands back here.
I ain't doing
In the name of the law of the state of Georgia, step back here now or you're getting tased.
I'm going. Watch me now.
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
Do you see that?
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
Back of the truck.
Both hands.
From the very get-go, Leonard can be seen showing resistance to the cop by refusing to obey his commands as the deputy attempts to detain him.
No. Excuse me. Either put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now.
Why am I getting tased?
Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now.
Why?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Offense and what? Am I going
Hands behind your back.
With both men arguing, the situation intensified as Leonard kept disregarding the officer's commands to place his hands behind his back. The cop once again threatens Leonard with jail. In a seemingly symbolic gesture, Leonard points at the sky, but then in a sudden turn of events, the deputy deploys his taser, incapacitating Leonard momentarily.
Put your hands behind your back. Yep. Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Camden, shots fired! Shots fired, Camden! Stay down! Do not get up! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Camden, shots fired! Suspect down! Can you send me help?
After Leonard regained his composure, he took his hands off the truck and moved toward the deputy while swinging his arms. What followed next was a violent physical struggle, followed with both individuals grappling and wrapping their arms around each other. But suddenly, the struggle reached a boiling point when Leonard started choking the cop. In response, the cop took out his baton and started hitting him, but somehow, Leonard continued to overpower him. In a desperate attempt, the cop drew his gun and fired a shot at Leonard, causing him to fall to the ground. Shortly, several other officers rushed to the scene to provide assistance to Leonard, who was lying on the ground, severely wounded. But despite their best efforts, his injuries proved fatal for him. The cop who shot Leonard couldn't contain his grief, as he had unwillingly just shot someone. But unfortunately, to save his own life, he had no choice.
I'd rather be for you sitting here. You're good.
Who would have thought indeed that a mere traffic stop would turn into something chaotic like this? Speaking of chaos during storms, you must have frequently heard police issue warnings telling people to stay away from downed wires because of the danger they pose. Well, turns out Manchester Township Police captured video of just how dangerous it can be to handle wires that still have electricity flowing through them. As a powerful storm with heavy rain, strong winds, and lightning swept through, causing chaos in Ocean County, New Jersey, midnight police officers from Manchester Township were called to direct the traffic at the intersection of State Highway 70 and Colonial Drive after a transformer exploded due to lightning strike, taking out a nearby traffic light. Later in the morning, a power company worker was seen handling a wire that was brought down during the storm and believed to be de-energized, but little did he know what horror awaited him. In a shocking turn of events, as he tried to pull off the wire from the power pole, the whole scene erupted into flame as soon as the wire hit the wet ground, causing the worker to jump back and run for safety. Fortunately for him, he was wearing proper safety gear that was fire retardant and non-conductive to electricity, and all likely contributed to him walking away safely from this terrifying incident. Well, that guy must be thanking his stars every day. Nonetheless, it's one night he would never forget, as few come this close and also live to tell the tale. Next on the list, we have Brock Lesnar and his famous Suplex City. Well, that's not quite right. However, we do have a suplex video from Georgia starring Paulding County Deputy Michael McMaster as Brock Lesnar and Tyler Canaris as the poor guy getting suplexed. On March 4th, 2022, Deputy Michael McMaster responded to a report of a suspicious person who was wearing a hoodie and a backpack, attempting to break into a vehicle. When he arrived at the location, he observed 30-year-old Canaris walking along the roadside. Although not the suspect, Canaris was wearing a hoodie and a backpack, which appeared to match the description of the suspect that was provided by dispatch. McMaster immediately tried to detain Canaris, who in turn was just shocked and demanded what was going on and why he was being detained. Talk about wrong place, wrong time, huh, folks?
Take your backpack off.
Excuse me, what am I doing?
Take your backpack off.
Can you explain what this is
Before
for?
you go on the ground, take your backpack off.
I'm going to get picked up for work.
Come on. Since we want to play this game.
Sir,
Put your hands behind your back.
this is my phone.
Put it down.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Just put your hands behind your back before you end up on the ground.
I'm trying to drop my phone. Hello? Are you telling me what this is about?
You're being detained for a minute. You're matching the description of someone trying to break into people's cars.
Honestly, Canaris' reaction can be justified. Wouldn't you be shocked if a random cop just shows up and starts treating you like a suspect?
I'm not breaking anyone's car. Sir!
I just go to work. Stand by your f***ing back. I just go to work. You dumb
Oh! Oh my God! I just go to work!
They don't know where we are.
Help me! I just go to work!
You got that?
I'm just going to work! Ow! Ow!
I don't know.
Ow! Please!
Yeah.
I'm getting picked up from work! Please!
921
Please help me!
Get up.
I'm going to work!
Your traffic pardon.
Ow! Ow!
Shut the f up, dude. Get up.
Poor guy, that must have hurt like hell.
Please, I just came from work.
Well, you're under arrest for obstruction, at least.
How? I literally just
You
came
didn't want
from
to.
Dad's
You
house.
didn't want to f***ing listen. Put your hands behind your back. That's simple. Then I told you you're going to end up on the ground. You still didn't do that.
I wasn't
Then your
trying
ended up on the ground, didn't it?
I wasn't trying to.
You wasn't trying to.
I wasn't
How old are you?
trying to, please.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're older than me. Act like a f***ing man.
I'm just trying to get to work. I'm seriously not trying to do anything, please.
Canaris was arrested, and despite being innocent, he was later charged with an obstruction charge for supposedly not listening to McMaster. Not to mention that first, the guy had to take a detour to the hospital and ended up with a bill of $75,000. Apart from the injuries suffered from the takedown, he also suffered from broken bones and a busted eardrum. As for our hot-headed deputy, an internal investigation took place, and it came to light that his record wasn't squeaky clean at all. Turns out McMaster had at least 10 warnings of being too rough with incidents going back as far as 2015. Of course, McMaster was fired from the Paulding County Sheriff's Office.
Paulding County deputy seen body slamming a man has now been fired.
The sheriff's office says Michael McMaster was terminated Monday for policy violations not related to the incident.
You must be thinking flying cars, freaky accidents, and Suplex City are the craziest things I have seen so far in this video, and nothing can top that, right? Hey, what about a plane landing on a public road in the middle of a busy day? Surprised. On Thursday morning, August 1st, 2019, Washington State Trooper Clint Thompson was doing his regular patrol on Pacific Avenue, Parkland, when suddenly out of nowhere he noticed a plane in the sky. Shocked and surprised, Thompson observed that as he was proceeding further, the plane appeared bigger as it was already flying low over the road, appearing mere feet above the tall streetlights. Within seconds, with a roaring sound, the plane passed him. Thompson immediately turned his police cruiser around, both out of curiosity and because of his duty. What followed next were a few moments Thompson would never seem to forget, as he saw the actions of a daredevil pilot who was skilled enough to undertake such a task. Far from a soft landing, first, the plane hits hard with one wing tilting skyward from the bounce as the pilot desperately tries to bring it under control. Then it veered toward the left side of the road and a parked car before the pilot could straighten it. Finally, the plane came to a stop at an intersection in the left-hand turn lane and, to everyone's surprise, caught a red light. Catching on with the backstory, it turns out this single-prop KR-2 plane was flying from Yelm to Boeing Field in Seattle and experienced a fuel system malfunction midway, forcing the pilot to take this unexpected stop. Later in the video, a state trooper can be seen conversing with the pilot who climbs out, probably shocked and awed at what he just did. The two men then pushed the plane off the street and then into a nearby parking lot. Perhaps a few cold beers after, huh, Mr. Pilot? Fortunately, there were no reports of any injuries or damage, but many commuters did capture the jaw-dropping moment. How often do you witness such things? In another similar incident, on November 19, 2017, two police cruisers, both equipped with dash cams, were responding to a traffic stop on North Keene Road in Clearwater, Florida. Within minutes of their arrival, they noticed a small plane in the air descending towards them. Scared for their lives, the cops observed the plane bank to its left, soaring right over the deputy's squad car and crashing behind them. The plane's right wing clipped a tree while descending, causing it to spin out and crash on the side of the road. The plane was a four-seater 1975 Rockwell International 112A fixed-wing single-engine aircraft. As per the Pinellas Sheriff's Office, the pilot and his passenger took off from Clearwater Air Park earlier that morning and went to Zephyrhills, which is about 50 miles away. The pilot told authorities they were returning to the Clearwater Air Park when something went wrong and their engines started failing. With the engine's condition worsening, the pilot had no choice but to crash land on the road. Despite the severity of the crash, both the pilot and his passenger walked away with minimal injuries, and no one on the ground was hurt. Our next case takes us to Lakemore County, Illinois, when on July 26, 2018, Officer Brianna Tedesco noticed a suspicious SUV parked down a secluded gravel road near the Lakemore Golf Club. After calling for backup, she decided to approach the vehicle with out-of-state plates and found a man taking a nap inside. But what Brianna doesn't know is that this man is not just any harmless citizen, but a hardcore murderer.
Hi. Good, how are you? What are you doing parked back here?
Just taking a nap. For a while.
Okay, where are you coming from? How long have you been here?
I've been here for a while. Not positive how long. I came from Pennsylvania.
Okay. Where are you headed?
Out west. See family. I'll start off the interstate until that. That's all.
Okay. How did you find this place? What?
By accident.
Oh, that's pretty weird. Do you happen to have a driver's license on you that I could see?
When asked about his driver's license, the suspect pretends to search for one in the car, but eventually tells the officer that he doesn't have one. Brianna tried to gather more information from the suspect, asking about his ID and car papers so that she could run a background check on him. In the meanwhile, another Lakemore officer named Anthony Loyacono is en route to the scene, responding to her backup call. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Luckily, due to her reflex and academy training, Brianna was quick to anticipate his move and grabbed his gun. Perhaps that's the only reason why she is alive right now. And of course, due to Officer Loyacono's perfect timing. Next, we have a real-life GTA situation from Florida, in which 4 Floridan juveniles learned in a very hard way the difference between playing and living a live police chase. On May 19th, 2021, 4 juveniles in a stolen black SUV were caught trying to steal another car in Florida. The Fort Lauderdale police responded to a call around 7 a.m. after the kids attempted to break into a garage, but the owner spotted them. They fled in a black Infiniti QX60, and an APB was issued. Police soon located the vehicle and attempted to pull it over, but the driver sped off, leading officers on a high-speed chase down Interstate 95. Police, unsure if the juveniles were armed, approached with weapons drawn. The first suspect was handcuffed and taken away, and another suspect emerged from the back window. Although the dash cam did not capture all the suspects, luckily we have the aerial footage that showed all the 4 suspects present in the car getting arrested. That's one. Here comes the second, and don't forget the third. And finally, the last one. No major injuries were sustained, and later Fort Lauderdale police took all 4 juveniles aged 12 to 16 under custody. As they were minors, the names and charges were not known to the public. Rest assured, by the end of the crash, they all must have known the difference between video games and real-life chase. Finishing things off, we have a case from Little Rock, Arkansas, where a negligent state trooper put the life of a pregnant woman at risk while doing an uncalled pit maneuver. On July 9th, 2020, Arkansas State Trooper Rodney Dunn clocked a red SUV, driven by Janice Harper, speeding at 84 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone near Little Rock. Rodney immediately flipped on his lights and initiated a chase. To his surprise, instead of pulling over the driver, Harper slowed down and turned on her hazard lights. An overzealous Rodney then decided enough was enough, and within 20 seconds went for a pit maneuver.
They hit the inside wall. They rolled over. Get me EMS started.
After turning his vehicle around, Trooper Rodney approaches the crashed vehicle while calling for an EMS. He then went to see the driver, but little did he know how big a mistake he had just made.
Can you get out? Come on out. Come out this way, right here. Come out this way. Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is where you ended up.
There was enough.
Watch your head. Can you come out this way? I got plenty of room right here. Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pregnant.
Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we stop.
I had my flashers
It doesn't matter,
on.
ma'am.
I
Come on
didn't
out.
feel like it was safe.
I've got an ambulance coming for you.
Oh my gosh. I thought it would be safer to wait until the exit.
No, ma'am. You pull over when law enforcement stops you, okay? You were running 84 miles an hour and I was trying to get you to stop. And then when I pulled up alongside of you, you saw I was a state trooper. You looked over at me.
Because I barely see.
Let's go over here.
I lost my
I will take care of that. Go sit down over here, okay?
lift me over the road.
A pregnant Harper tried explaining why she hadn't pulled over immediately, as she believed it was safer to wait until the next exit. But Trooper Dunn insisted she should have stopped as soon as he signaled. Fortunately, Harper and her unborn baby sustained only minor injuries. However, Harper sued Trooper Dunn, arguing that the pit maneuver was unnecessary and dangerous. After due investigation, the Arkansas State Police settled the lawsuit, acknowledging that Trooper Dunn's pit maneuver was performed negligently, endangering Harper and her baby. And now, as a result of the lawsuit, the Arkansas State Police have revised their pit maneuver policy, policies. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our new channel so you can tune in next time.